go pick up somebody. Thought I'd come in for a minute and holler at y'all for a quick little second. I'm actually bored right now. I don't like to be thinking so much. So I came in like overthinking so much, not thinking but overthinking. So I wanted to come in and talk a little bit and keep my brain clear. You gotta be honest with yourself. Sometimes you can overthink, and I don't want to overthink myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to do that in this season. Overthink certain situations, certain matters. I want to be me and the best me I possibly can be. I'm out here driving, trying to make a little bit of cash. Because sometimes you try to think back in certain situations, you try to think it back to what you could have done differently. What could you have done different? And God was like, you couldn't have done anything different. Like God was like, you couldn't have done nothing different. Like there was nothing you could have done different. People are people, and people gonna change and be who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So there's like nothing you could have done different. I was just like thinking, I'm like, God, what is it? Give me like what could I have been different? You know what I'm saying? Like what would have changed? If I would have accepted nonsense, what would have changed? Nothing. You'd have just been stuck there accepting nonsense. That's how it is. That's how life works. Uh, thing is, you cannot. Uh, you can't change nobody till a person gets sick and tired of themselves. Sometimes it's just you have to. When they get sick and tired and they finally see like what the heck is going on and everything coming and reality hit set, that's when you finally can understand like what's going on. That's why I always ask God, just keep me with this mindset to understand, like, God, don't take me out of this space to where I gotta go through these crises and these weird midlife crises where I gotta find myself and all of that weird stuff. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to be the best Joe I possibly can for my children. Like, I want to be the prime example of a male for my kids, and I'm doing that because my kids looking at me and they going, Dad, you doing. My daughter messaged me a few days ago, and she was like, Dad, I love you, and Dad, you a great dad. Like, you just amazing dad. Just out of clear blue sky, like clear blue sky. Like, and I'm like, thank you, baby. Your dad tried. And then my mom like, you amazing son. She always told me that. Then I look at my oldest son. He like, Dad, like, I love you, Dad. You amazing dad. Like you do everything. Like you tried to do everything for her. Like, you amazing dad. And then my baby son, of course, he's like daddy's boy. Yesterday, I said something to him yesterday, and I felt so bad because he started crying. I'm like, don't cry. Dad ain't gonna never ever. You ain't never gotta worry about Dad not wanting you around. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever. You never gotta worry about that. Like, that's nothing you ever gotta worry about. Ever. Like, don't ever feel like that. So it's like sometimes you think like, what could you have done? Like, what would you? And God said, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, son. You ain't did nothing. I mean, you tried over an abundance. You did above and beyond. You try to protect. I've tried to protect my family from everything. It don't matter what the situation was. I try to protect my family. I tried to make sure my family was protected from all people that was trying to use them. I tried to do everything I possibly could to protect my family, and it wasn't selfish. It was me trying to protect them and stop them from being used. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never want my family never wanted my family to be look foolish in nobody's eyes, and God knows that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just reality. It's what you got to go through in life. It's how it's not always what you go through. It's how you go through it. Yeah, that's what sometimes we got to realize. It's not always what you go through. It's how you go through it. How you able to make it through it. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to make it through it, hit the thumbs up for me for all the 5 people in the background. It's how you go through, how you able to just make it through life, and how you able to maneuver around certain things, how you able to do this and do that and still do for your family, still be there for them, and still do all of that. That's how life works, you know. So God was just reassuring me who I am. That's how sometimes self-doubt could be the worst thing ever. But God will come in and reiterate everything that you know already, but you just start doubting because things start. Yeah, what's going on? Yep. So, but sometimes you just gotta, let things be what they are, and it is what it is. At certain points in our life, we just gotta let it be and not try to fight. Fight. I think that's the biggest thing I had to learn is that we can't fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? Fighting fire with fire is not a good thing, and that's one thing I apologize to God for. Even though you get done horribly wrong, you shouldn't try to do the same thing to try to fight fire back. You shouldn't do that. You go on and you pray and you just let it be. You let it be. You don't gotta fight fire. You ain't gotta tell nobody. You ain't gotta do none of that. You don't gotta beat nobody. You ain't gotta make nobody look foolish because they making themselves look foolish anyways. Because it don't matter what people think anyways. It matter what God thinks. And so if God thinks you looking foolish, then that's what matters anyways. It don't matter what people think. So that's my thing is I should have never was trying to fight fire with fire. But sometimes, like I said, we human beings, so sometimes flesh can get in the way, and we'll sometimes make foolish decisions, But hey, it is what it is. I apologize to God. I said, God, I apologize. I'm sorry, and I'm going on with my life. Yep. So I'm about to get off of here for a minute. I'm gonna come back live in a little while. I got my person I'm about to pick up. I don't know how they're gonna be, and then I got my tablet. I gotta go Ubering on my tablet. I'm Ubering on my what's name right now, and so I don't want to be. I gotta be able to look at where I'm going. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute.